because nobody's on the live right now. So I know this is, if you're seeing this now, that means you're watching it later. So hello, thanks for watching it later. I'm in the woods, and I'm gonna enjoy a cigar. I'm just trying to fix this thing so I can, I have this weird little selfie stick I'm trying to use. That way it keeps my hands free, but I'm holding it together with my legs. Oh, so I'm gonna enjoy a cheap cigar here in the woods. I have some time where I need to just find something to do for an hour or so. Yesterday I went live and it was a lot of fun. Gerard, hello Gerard. Just like yesterday, I have some time to kill, and in between projects and work and stuff, so I thought I'm sitting in the woods. I'm puffing on a cigar to keep the bugs away. How are you doing, Gerard? When I was young and I had a thick Boston accent, I would say Gerard. Kevin Gerard Mor. That's how I would say it with my Boston accent. Because my middle name is Gerard. Alright, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I'm just doing alright. I'm not doing fantastic. I have a lot on my mind today. Feel like a lot of different things going on in my life. So, but I like the path that I'm on. So that's always a good thing when you like the path that you're on. It's just not an easy path. That's all. It'll get easier. Gerard, I forget where you're from. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, no pressure. I was just curious. I don't really have an agenda for today. My idea was just to come sit in the woods. Sweden, very cool. I was thinking of watching videos, doing like reaction videos and learning about the different places that my viewers are from. I know like Helen's from Denmark, you're from Sweden. Hey Holden, how you doing? This is like a $2 cigar. I wanted to go get like a really nice cigar today, but I would have had to walk an extra mile, and I didn't have it in me. From the country in ASEAN? My geography is not that good, I guess. Someone in the bushes behind me? I'm in Boston. I'm just in this little treed area in Boston. I needed to get some shade and I just wanted to smoke a cigar. I also have my vape with me. And I'm trying not to drop this phone. What if I do that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Boston right now. I'm born and raised in Boston. And I got a Gatorade. Boston is in Massachusetts, which is in the United States, which is in North America. Boston, USA, yes. Just another band out of Boston, on the road to try to make it big. Top Civ, please follow me. I don't think I can follow you. So what I spent yesterday, I went live yesterday. It was pretty crazy. Normally I go live on Tuesdays and I play music. I'm a musician and I'm an artist and I'm a mental health advocate. And but yesterday I went live and there's lots of bugs out here. And it was kind of fun. There's no wild animals. No, I'm in the city. Just over there's a busy street. I don't know if you can see it, but there's traffic right over there. This is just a little park inside the city, so the biggest animal you're gonna find here is a raccoon. But they sleep during the day. Definitely don't want to encounter you on the woods. Actually, there's a path right here. I'm sitting on this little rock and people keep walking by, doing a little people watching. Hey Eugene, how's it going? What is the meaning of life? I feel like we are here experiencing this physical realm for all the good and the bad that it has to offer. Yes, raccoon, yes, I'm in the USA, I'm in Boston. But all the raccoons, they sleep during the day, so the only thing we're gonna see here is some squirrels and birds. Hello from South Korea. But it's a hot day today, so I came into this park to sit in the shade in the woods and have a Gatorade. How much do cigarettes cost? A pack of cigarettes costs $15. What is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to experience it without judgment whether it's good or bad. That's what I feel like the purpose of life is. The purpose of, now each individual life is different. I feel like the purpose of my specific life is to help people who have mental illness, as I do. Good evening, nice to see you. Hello. It's hard for me, if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry, because my eyes are not that great. Hata. Texas is much hotter. Massachusetts is in the northern part of the country. We get cold winters and lots of snow. And Texas is down closer to the equator, and they have more of a desert type of climate. But yeah, we get snowstorms and hurricanes up here. It's just north of New York City. I could drive 4 hours south and I would be in New York City. Donnie Wahlberg. You know, when I grew up here in Boston, and I used to have a wicked thick Boston accent. And I would say, "Park the car and have the yard." And I moved away. I moved to Alaska for 10 years. And my accent dropped off a bit, so I don't have as much of a Boston accent. But when I hang around people who, like my older friends who have thicker Boston accents, my Boston accent comes back. Lucas, hey, how you doing? Good to see everybody. If you've never seen me before in your life, my name's Kev. I'm an artist, a musician. I have albums online, on streaming. And I'm a mental health advocate. I live with schizophrenia, bipolar, and PTSD. And I vlog about how I lived with those disorders. Thanks, Leverage, I really appreciate it. Are you an AI? That would be interesting to have an AI in the chat. I like the name Leverage, though. Leverage implies a back and forth, you know? I look metal. Why is the plural for moose mice, but the plural for house is not heis? Oh, mouse. Well, the plural for moose is moose. Plural for mouse is mice. House, houses, yeah. But the plural for moose is moose. You get one moose, you get 5 moose. Location. I am in Jamaica Plain, which is a part of Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. North America, Northern Hemisphere, Earth. I keep my prayers very personal to me. What am I smoking on? I am smoking on the cheapest cigar I could find. It's called a Black and Mild. Have you ever heard of a Black and Mild with a wooden tip? And I'm also puffing on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm also puffing on a cannabis vape. Hello from London, or should I say, hello. You don't pronounce the H, right? And then I have my Gatorade. I want to come to London. I watch a couple reaction, you know, the people who make the reaction videos. I watched one guy who's from, I watched a couple people from England. Cigarettes with coffee, very delicious, yeah. I don't have a boyfriend. I have a girlfriend though. Canada, I've been to Canada when I was in high school. You know, it's just like a 6-hour drive up to Montreal, so we would drive up there where the drinking age was lower. Just taking it easy in the park, yep. What's my body count? I don't know, it's not very high. Look at me. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Fun Train. A lot of people do think that I'm gay. I give off that vibe, I think. Which is I'm okay with. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm just not gay. I look like I just finished burying a body. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's very hot in London. Yeah, I don't know Celsius. It's really not that hot here today, but I'm not good in the sun, so thank you, Apollo. I'm more of I do have more of a hippie mindset. Yeah, that's police in the background. I'm in an area of Boston where there's often sirens and stuff. Do I believe AI can take over the human race in the near future? Do I believe it can, or do I believe it will? Do I believe it's possible? Yeah. Do I believe it will? No. Pro Plum, can you see my chat? I saw that one. I hope I didn't miss one. I do sometimes miss some chats. So if I don't respond, just try to maybe put it in again. This is, I am in the woods in Jamaica Plain in Boston, United States. That's what place this is. Musician. I am also a musician. If you don't know who I am, I'll say it again. I'm an artist, musician, and mental health advocate. The original Jurassic Park movie, the first one, is my favorite. Yeah. I would watch, it's the only one I would watch again. You know, like I would watch more than once. Kayla, is this your channel or Kev's? This is my channel. I didn't see Kayla here. Do you believe leverage? I like all these questions. Do you believe life on Earth is just a simulation? To some degree, I think it's a type of simulation, and I wouldn't use the word just. I mean, even if it's created by God, perhaps He created it like a simulation. Kayla Pinto is the moderator. Thank you, Kayla. I needed a moderator yesterday. Shit was going crazy. I tell you what. Kay, thank you for popping in. I didn't know I had a moderator. This is just as much Kay's channel as it is my channel. Kay knows all my passwords. So is Dumb and Dumber movie. I love Dumb and Dumber, yeah. Infinity, how you doing? Dates with hummus taste like a brownie? I love brownies. I kind of like hummus too. Hey Infinity. What's up, Kev? Yep, I'm still hanging in there. The schizophrenia is beyond anything that we can describe to others. It is, you know, all we can do is try. I have a book coming out. I'm still writing it, so I can't tell you when it's coming out, but it's talks about all about my schizophrenia, bipolar, trauma, everything. Walter White. I have gotten the Walter White thing for years now. I was gonna dress up one Halloween as Walter White, because I used to shave my head. If you look at my older videos, my head is shaved, and I look like Bill Burr or Walter White. It's nice to see an open person. Thank you for that. I don't really know any other way to be. I'm just trying to be myself, yeah. What is 6'9"? A period always gets in the way. Oh, 69. That's funny. Does bipolar runs in your family? No. But like, I have a cousin who has schizophrenia. I think my grandmother was probably bipolar. A lot of the older generation did not get diagnosed with anything, you know. So I'm sure it does run in the family. Make sure I have no bugs in my drink. It's very buggy out here today. I am happy to answer any mental health questions. Bipolar, schizophrenia, psychosis. Does Boston make the best donuts? I have to say, yeah. I've been around and had donuts other places. Dunkin' Donuts does not make the best donuts. But there are shops in Boston that make really good donuts. I like to make donuts at home. Don't worry, the world is psychotic. I am from Europe. Hello. Hello to Europe. I hope to visit Europe one day. I hope that my vlog eventually turns into me traveling around and visiting all the places that my subscribers are from, you know? And doing shows and stuff like that, so. Oh. I have to scroll. Are you gay? Yes or no? No, I am not gay. I'm straight. I am a straight, white, cis man. I do have a feminine side to me that I tend to feed, and I find that in feeding my feminine side and as well as my masculine side equally, I'm more powerful as a person. Do I get weird dreams or nightmares often? I don't remember my dreams very much, but the ones that I do are often nightmares, and they have to do with demons and such. I look like the lead singer from Depeche Mode. Oh man, I'm sorry your girlfriend passed away. Thank you, Nicholas. Was just scrolling lives. Thank you so much. If I was gay, I would definitely ask you out on a date, bro. It's nice to know that even though you're not gay, you're not afraid to say that. Yeah. I think, you know, I live up in Boston, which is a very LGBTQ friendly area. So, settle down, big fella. Oh, I forgot about my cigar. I hear music coming from the woods. Oh, it sounds like Michael Jackson. Oh, baby, I just wanna say. It's old when Michael Jackson was younger, the Jackson 5, yeah. I'm a cool hippie. Y'all guessed to see. Yesterday they were surprised, the viewers were surprised at my age. Can anybody guess my age? I'm smoking a cheap cigar. Cost me $2. 16, I feel 16, I really do. 45, nope. 79, nope. 39 to 40, nope. What do you... A pilot. Can you do predictions? User 50 is pretty close. You guys are getting close. 54 is the closest, I think. That's what I said, a pilot. Ah ha ha. I'm 52. H Met got it, 52. Boston does have a good reputation for excellence in psychiatric care. I totally agree, and I agree with that assessment. That's why I'm here. when I got diagnosed, I was living in Alaska, and I thought it best to move back home to Boston where my family was. And I knew that Boston had really good psychiatric care, so that's why I moved back here. People are still guessing. I'm 52. I don't have any shrooms. I will have shrooms tomorrow. I'm going somewhere where there will be shrooms. Thank you so much. You're 37, very cool. Most of the people I hang out with, like my inner circle of friends, are around 35 to 40 years old. I'm kind of the older one, you know. What am I doing, mate? I'm in Boston, and I'm getting out of the sun, enjoying a cheap cigar, and checking in on this YouTube. I am an artist, a musician, and a mental health advocate. Thanks for the compliment on the shirt, too. From Alaska to Boston, what a change of lifestyle. Yeah, well, I grew up here in Boston. And then when I got out of the Army, I didn't want to come back here to Boston, so I went to Alaska and I stayed there for 10 years. And I was mentally ill, and I got diagnosed when I was 35. And me and my son moved back here to Boston to be with my family. My son is now 26 years old. You are as old as you feel, yes, although my bones feel old and my joints feel old. Hello from Brazil. What part of Boston? I actually live in Beverly, which is about 20 miles north of Boston. Right now I am in Jamaica Plain in the woods, which is a southern part of Boston. Name 3 African countries: Egypt, Niger, Sudan, South Africa. I'm smoking a black and mild. You know it, yep. My girlfriend was running to the store and I asked her to buy me a big fat cigar. And she said they didn't have any. I said, well, just buy me a black and mild. So, but I wanted to have a big fat cigar. Daniel, I agree. There's a lot of people here in the United States that don't know much of the news that goes on outside of the United States. And it's not really, I wouldn't blame them as much as I would blame the American broadcast system. The news does not talk about the rest of the world here in America very often. We have to go looking for it. And, you know, it's a lot easier nowadays to do that on the internet. So hopefully this newer generation of Americans will grow up to have more of a global outlook. So far, 3 people named them out of 20 live streams. All of them read aloud my message. Well, good. I'm glad you're spreading some education. There were many traumas and bad instances or environmental factors that led to bipolar and schizophrenia. Yes, I started dealing with psychosis when I was 10 years old, and I had gone through a series of abuses, both sexual, physical, mental, and spiritual abuses, and that really cracked open my brain, and I started seeing demons and all sorts of things. Are you doing drugs in the park? No, it's just a cigar. I do have cannabis, but cannabis is legal here. I wish I had a joint, but I have a cigar. I'm just some guy smoking in the park. Oh man, take a look at my life, I'm a lot like you. Do you know, by any chance, if people are born with borderline syndrome? I do not know. borderline personality is something, out of all the different disorders, I do not have a lot of experience. You know, I worked as a peer specialist with a lot of mental health agencies, working with people who have a lot of different diagnoses, and I don't have a lot of experience with people who are have that have to deal with borderline personality. I have had relationships with a couple, you know, friendships, and but I don't know. I'm not well educated as I would like to be. I don't drink alcohol. Not that I'm against it. I don't like the taste. But if I am to drink alcohol, vodka is yes. I would do vodka. Can I do a backflip? Hell no. I see Kayla is still here hiding comments. I know that people often ask, and it gets hidden in a comment asking if I'm gay or straight. And I'm straight. Borderline is instilled by one's own family. From what I've heard, I can believe that it comes from the condition the person is living in rather than biological. And from those that I know that deal with borderline personality disorder, they have had very uniquely difficult family lives. So I can't deny that what you said there. You know someone like me? I know someone like me too. You know me, and you know someone like me. And what about 2 backflips? Yeah, I can do 2. If it's off a bridge into the water. Be careful with the marijuana. I agree. You're on any meds that might have some weird interactions. Yes, well, I'll let you know that my psychiatrist is well aware and monitors he knows that I use cannabis, and we talk about what kind and how much, and I'm very much in touch with my med provider, so I do not recommend cannabis for people who have psychosis. But the food, the food has turned me. Well, if I was gay, I would just be happy saying I'm gay. Welcome, professional. Yeah, I had no agenda here, but I spent the day drawing, because someone in my inner circle, my close friends' birthday party tomorrow, and I often like to do art for the people that I love. So, and I don't have a lot of money to buy gifts, so yesterday I spent the day doing art, and today I just been hanging out with my friend, and it's been a good day. We had some good talks. Tonight I'm gonna spend with the guitar. Did I just inhale a cigar? Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I used to be a cigarette smoker, and I quit cigarettes, but every once in a while I like to have a cigar, and it gives me the feeling like I'm smoking a cigarette. But I don't want to do I try not to inhale, but sometimes it's just reflex, you know. I know, it's not good for me, Mr. Mouse. I also have a Pepsi. It's dripping everywhere. But I tell you what, when I came and sat down here, there was bugs everywhere, and I was slapping my face and doing all this. And then I lit this cigar, and there's no bugs around me anymore, so that's pretty good. We are all dying, yes. Do I have a demon face? I've seen a demon face. Thank you, Arthur. That's how we say it in Boston, Arthur. The dyes and acids from them beverages, probably worse than tobacco. I agree with you. But I was a little, I drank a whole bunch of water before coming out here too. Yeah, the bugs are staying away. I hope you all having a nice day. Big Tobacco bought out the food industries. That's interesting. I look like I listen to rock. I listen to a lot of stuff. What I've been listening to a lot lately is jazz. But I mean, I grew up in the 90s listening to, grunge and metal. But I don't listen to it. I'm a folk musician. I play acoustic guitar and I sing. I'm an old folkie. Will AI go too far? AI is here to stay. It's something we got to live with. It's difficult as an artist and a musician to know that AI can just pump out this art. But we're going to have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. My day is going pretty good. How long have I been an artist? Well, I've been drawing since I was little, obviously. But after high school, I dropped out of high school. I did some art school. And I think I've been doing art forever, but I've been selling art. Well, I used to do web and graphic design, and that's art. And been selling my art for maybe 15, 20 years. Do you and your friend want to do lunch? Are you talking about you, Kayla? I only have till, wow, it's already 3 o'clock. I think I have until 3:30, and then I was gonna meet up again. So, me and my friend do you and your friend? Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I don't think we have anything else going on. My other friend is giving a lesson right now. My friend is a voice and piano teacher. Her name is Glimmer, and she's a wonderful singer-songwriter and part of my inner circle. And she's giving a voice lesson right now, so I'm here in the woods. How do you train your ears? I've been playing guitar for 13 years, but I have very weak relative pitch. Who said that? Sir Robin, I can agree with you. Naturally, I'm a naturally born visual artist. I am not naturally gifted at music. I'm more successful at music because I've worked hard and trained hard. But my ears are not that great. I've been playing professionally on stage for 30 years. And I'm only at the point now where I can hear a chord and say, okay, I think that's an A minor. And so my ears are still not super trained. But there are people, like I have friends, like my friend Glimmer has perfect pitch. So she can hear a note or a chord and say, that's a D flat diminished 9, So don't worry too much about your ears. Just have fun playing the music. Megan! It's Megan! Good to see you, Megan. I don't talk politics, but I live in Boston, so I'm definitely a liberal. I think just looking at me, you'd be able to tell I'm a liberal. Oh, this rock is hurting my butt. Oh, I need to adjust. And I'm now seeing there's a lot of ants on this rock. I'll probably have to take a shower when I get back. Although, Kayla, I don't, actually now that I'm thinking about lunches, I don't really have the funding for that, so I'm not sure. We'll have to talk about it. I'm crazy low on funds. The ants love me. Yeah, I guess they don't mind the smoke at all, because the smoke goes up, right? If you've never seen me before in your life, you're new to my channel, I often go live on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Eastern, and I play music. I have my guitar, I sing, I take requests. My song request list is on my Patreon, and my Patreon is completely free. You can get all my music there and everything for free downloads. So I don't charge on my Patreon. It's give what you want to, what you can. So I can't do a backflip. I'm 52 years old. How can I do a backflip? I had trouble reading all that KM between each repeat as a spacer. I'm not sure what that is about. Yeah, there's no tiny red ants. They're just all those big black ones, and they're usually pretty friendly. How do you not compare yourself to other artists? Try to shift your perspective to music and art is not a competition, it's a conversation. And I'm more of an advanced player, but most of the people that I play with are beginners, that I jam with. My buddy Jeff and different people that I play with are beginners. And I enjoy playing with them just as much as I enjoy playing with people who are well-seasoned musicians. Because it's not a competition. I'm not trying to get more notes and less wrong notes. It's more of just a conversation. But that being said, I do that to myself from time to time, and it's hard not to do that. So it's just something I try to work against. You're dog sitting this week for your daughter. She's going camping. Very cool. I got to meet, I had a dream about Okami, and it was nice. And I had lots of thoughts of my dog Okami today too. But I got to meet a couple new dogs today while I was sitting having coffee this morning. Ooh. This cigar is a little too much. I think I got another about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna be going back. Megan, you have your art supplies with you. I am going to paint the squirrels. Megan is a great artist. I don't know if I told you that, Megan. I've seen your art on Facebook and your paintings are really beautiful. Is that weed? No, that's a cigar. But this is weed. This is my little weed guy. Coop's working dogs later. Is that a dead bear? That'd be funny if something creeped up behind me. Or if we saw was it Sasquatch or something walking in the background. Kayla, we should put you in a Sasquatch suit and have you walk through the background of my lives. The pen, yes, the pen is Sour Diesel. This is the new episode. This is what happened to, this is the epilogue of Breaking Bad. Yeah, I just ended up in a park smoking weed. Broke. I think it's funny that people think I look like Walter White. Oh, very cool, Megan. How old is your granddaughter? My son was a really good artist too, and now he's into photography. Do I jam? I do jam. I haven't jammed. Actually, I was jamming this morning with Glimmer. Glimmer was playing the ukulele and I was playing the bass. She's 12. Very good. That's a great age. I remember I was really into art at that age. You really start, around that age, you start expressing yourself, you know? Boop, boop. Why are your eyes so saggy like Melty Man? Because my eyes show my life, and the life that I've lived has been a very stressful one. If you see my channel and you, I'm melting. Ugh. I kind of like these lives. I've been on panel discussions before, and you don't really get trolls on panel discussions, but I like kind of the live. You know, I can kind of pick out on the chat. The chat is pretty interesting. I don't read off all the trolls, but sometimes I find them funny. I wish they would release it. I think I'm gonna get packing up here soon. But actually, you know what? Those lessons usually run long, so I'm just waiting for a sign. What is this? Demon Slayer. Reading my question is a good time to call it. Get a text prayer to pay back to Red Dead, and I would not be able that you were going back in a few minutes. I don't know what that means. Della or Delia? Delia? As a son who's drawing from a young age, now he does silver mold pours. Ooh, that is very cool. It makes good money. I love that. You take care and be safe too, upstate New York. I love upstate New York. I almost went to college up there in Casanova. I feel like I just read some spy shit. Yeah, so do I. Journey for G as in go. Oh, gurney. Gurney, 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 gurney. Like that. Diddy getting out of prison soon. I don't know a lot about the Diddy thing, but I'm not a fan of Diddy. That's where you went to police academy? Oh, in Casanova? Very cool. Yeah, I looked at that college and I wanted to go, but it was a little too spendy for me. I know, I have a lot of old pennies I have a big jar of old pennies that I keep. They're called hay pennies because they have a different backside to them. And I have a couple steel pennies too. I like to keep old coins. I don't want to throw them away, so I don't know what to do with them. So I just keep them. Maybe I can give them to somebody one day. Your currency is in bad shape. How do you pronounce that name? Connect Crow? Hello to Connect Crow. Hello, Connect Crow. I found my first steel penny this week. Very cool. It is always fun to find a steel penny. You hear these birds are going crazy. I think they want me to leave. I collect those hay pennies, you know, that have the little wheat, they're called wheat pennies, I think. They have the little wheat stalks on the back. And I collect steel pennies and I collect buffalo nickels. I'm smoking on a cheap Black and Mild cigar. 1952 and earlier. Yeah, I do keep an eye out when I have pennies. And I keep all my change in a jar, and excuse me, I got the burps, the hiccup burps. But I go through them every once in a while. Oh, it is so humid out today. I feel like I'm in a sauna. You have a roll of steel pennies. That's very cool. That's so cool that we just started all talking about pennies and coins. I also have a lot of foreign, from other country coins. I don't really know where they're all from. And there's also the silver dollars too. I used to have a bunch of those, and they were made of real silver. There's a bear shit in the woods. Yep. None around here though. The biggest thing we get around here is raccoons. Raccoons and squirrels. Yeah, a lot of the silver coins are out of circulation. Cards took over. I'm smoking on a black and mild cigar, and this is sour diesel cannabis. Who saved change until later years, turned it in, and bought a car with it. Yeah, I believe that. I have a big jar at home. I throw all my change in it. Sour diesel, yeah, sour diesel is my favorite. It seems to do the best for me. I have this thing called anhedonia. Anhedonia is a symptom where you have the inability to feel joy or fulfillment. And sour diesel specifically seems to help me break through my anhedonia and be able to pick up the guitar and do the things I need to do to stay stable. Sassy the Sasquatch. Maybe that should be my my online name, Sassy the Sasquatch. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my victim. You can see the trail over here. I'm just waiting for my next victim. Hey Kayla, you're still there deleting messages. Thank you for moderating. If everybody wants to, they could thank Kayla for moderating. I've never had a moderator before. They're supposed to stop making pennies. I did hear that, yeah. CBD stuff online that helps me with sleep. Yeah, CBD is great for sleep. This is what I use is sativa, which is a more creative, uplifting type of weed. Um, but sometimes I like an indica, which is a more body and relaxing weed for me at night. Foraging the land. Yeah, someone mentioned earlier that I should do some mushrooms. I haven't done mushrooms in a while. They don't really affect me very much, perhaps because I take an antipsychotic. It just makes me feel like I smoked a bunch of weed. It really just gives me a body high. I'd love to hear where everybody's chiming in from. Thank you so much, Blicky Fade. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nick Gurr. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. Hey, Maine. Tyler's from Maine. Very cool. I love it up in Maine. I like to go up to Portland, Maine. I used to play at a place there called Blue. Megan did those when she was 13 and had a hell of a trip. Leo and Finn, how you doing? Good to see you. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I got lots of really cool content. If you don't know who I am, I feel like a radio DJ who says who they are every. You're listening to Kiss 108 FM. No, my name's Kev. If you've never seen me before in your life, I'm an artist, musician, and a mental health advocate. And I vlog and make videos about how I live every day with schizophrenia, bipolar, and PTSD, and other things. So, in case you didn't know, now you know. Kittery Point. I believe I've been to Kittery Point. I used to, when I was young, we used to vacation up in Maine. Alberta, sup Kev? Thank you so much. Nugget. You handsome little nugget. Yesterday I got lots of comments about my giant forehead. Today I'm getting comments about Walter White. Y'all don't have to worry though about trolls. I mean, they don't really bother me too much. I kinda get it, you know. I would like to travel across Canada one day, you know, in a RV. I want to travel across the country, but I also want to go across Canada. My son is Native Alaskan, and so I would like to meet all the different tribes up there. Come to India. I would love to come to India. You know, I'm on this earth, this time. I want to see as much of it as I can, and I want to meet as many people as I can, different types of people, different cultures, and yeah, and I hope to do that one day. And I hope YouTube is the way that I do it, and then you can all come along too. Timbuktu. I would love to come to Timbuktu. I would like to visit Africa. I listened to a band called Ladysmith Black Mambazo, and a lot of their songs are in Zulu. And so they sing a song, Jose Zeganela Africa, which is God Bless Africa. Jose Zeganele Africa, Magnu Parna Yesu, Dumora Yo, Eswaene Jana, so Yesu, go see, Sigonela, Sigonela. I'm sure I'm saying it all wrong. I just know the sounds, I don't know the language. Yeah, it's my favorite national anthem. It's a beautiful song. It brings me chills when I hear it. Am I down to sell ebooks? Well, I am writing a book. I've been writing a book for quite some time. And I don't know how I'm gonna publish it yet, but I do plan on doing more books about mental health and schizophrenia and things like that. And I'm sure they'll be available as an ebook as well. I want to make them as easily available and as cheaply available as possible. Why do people keep asking me to do backflips today? Okay, I'm gonna do backflip. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Whoa, I did it. Climb a tree. Okay. Whoa, I'm up the tree. I almost finished this cigar. I never finish these cigars. Let me help you on that. Yeah, I would like to visit Africa someday. I would like to visit, can't think of any places I wouldn't like to visit, you know, as long as it's safe. I watch a lot of channels on YouTube of people who go visit different places, and there are a lot of different places that I want to visit just here in the United States. So you're in Cape Town, very cool. I won't visit Somalia. I heard that that's not a very safe place to visit. I would love to visit Cape Town though, yeah. I think my cigar's about had it. You're at Easter Island. I would love to see Easter Island. That's very cool. I've watched videos about Easter Island. Don't visit Israel. It's not a good time to visit Israel or Iran. Can you see Peacock? You mean the channel Peacock, the streaming service, or the actual animal? There are no peacocks here. Provincetown, South Africa. Okay, yeah. Visit the Cape Flat. Yeah, I hope to someday. I once said in my vlog that I would love to spend 6 months on a boat of the year and then 6 months in a camper of the year and just travel. Travel across the country, travel across the world in a boat. And I want to meet lots of people and vlog about it. But to be honest, I'm not a very outgoing person. I know I seem like it because I'm on here and talking, but in person, I'm actually a very quiet, shy person. Hello from Somalia. You're getting much better. I'm glad to hear that. You can't take a dump in a van for 6 months. Hey, yeah, I learned how when I was in the army. We took a dump in a hole, so it was no big deal. Plus, I've been homeless. You know, I've lived homeless many times in my life. I think living in a van would be nice, and I'd probably have a dog. Me and my dog living in a van down by the river. Lucas, fertilizer for ground. That's right. Yep. Come to my house someday. I'm hoping to. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Maybe one day me and Kayla can drive up there and say hi. I think I'm gonna pack up this live and head back throughout my day. It's hot as shit in Ohio today. I'm thankful that you can see the sun is bouncing, gleaming off my head here, my bald head. That smoke you rolled, or you get them in the market. I bought it in the market, yeah. I hope you all have a good day. I've been having fun going live. And when it says random, that just means I'm randomly pulling out my phone and seeing what happens. I really appreciate Kayla being a moderator. There was a lot of messages that popped up that said they were hidden from me. So I appreciate that. It helped me focus a little better. And yeah, it's nice to meet all you new people. Be sure to like and subscribe. Look down in the description below if you want to learn more about me. And I can't thank you enough. And yeah, just be who you are, etc., 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 you beautiful as you are. Okay, bye.